Hello everyone. Today Akshat, my cousin, is here and he is visiting Varanasi, his hometown during Deepavali's. So happy Deepavali to everyone. And Akshat is right now studying in film industry, like how to go into film industry, what are the different things, what are the different careers there. So he's right now in Mumbai studying in Whistling Woods International College, and he's pursuing his bachelor's there in filmmaking. So, filmmaking has always excited all of us that how films are made and what are the different career options available in that filmmaking. So, today we will be talking with Akshat regarding all these options available. How can one enter into the college? What are the different courses available? And what are the different colleges in India? So, for me also, I also do a little bit of here and there filmmaking and videography and photography as my hobby. So it has always excited me also that what are the different professional courses available in filmmaking. So on this we will be talking with Akshat today. So Akshat, welcome to you today to this talk. So to begin with, I would like to know that what are the different colleges available in India where students who would like to go into the film line can do their professional courses.
First of all, hello everybody, and happy Diwali to you all. And so I started my journey in this arts field as a photographer. So when I was in school, I gradually मेरा इंटरेस्ट बढ़ा था इन फोटोग्राफी एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एट कॉलेजेस सो फोटोग्राफी एंड वीडियोग्राफी दोनों में ही मेरा धीरे धीरे बोथ होता गया एंड दैट्स हाउ आई लैंडेड ऑन इन फिल्म मेकिंग बिकॉज फिल्म मेकिंग इज़ लाइक वो सबसे बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म वर्ल्ड वाइड देखा जाए तो फिल्म्स का बहुत ज़्यादा impact
with millions at one
we connect with millions at one time. So इस तरीके से फिर मेरा इंटरेस्ट इसीलिए वहाँ पे जागा and that's how I went to filmmaking and then I searched colleges. There are not many colleges, only two of them are majorly recognized in India, of course. One is FTII, Film and Television Institute of India, and one is Whistling Woods International in Mumbai. So that's what I chose in Whistling Woods International, and that's how I landed in filmmaking.
So in spite of there are so many films being made in India, and this film industry is so old in India also now. I think around 100. Maybe 100 plus years.
Sure.
So, in spite of such a long history, and everyone in India watches film industry films,
Correct.
but if one wants to study about the film, one wants to do the courses. So the colleges are very few, as you are saying. So tell me, these two colleges, as you said, one is FTIA in Pune and one is Whistling Woods International in Mumbai. So to begin with, if you want to begin a course in this film line, after school you join, so what kind of exams you have to give, and is there any kind of entrance test for this? How you land up there, and what are the different course structures, the duration of the courses, as well as the fee structure involved in these courses?
Actually, that's actually very true because hundreds of years film as cinema has been going in India, Bollywood, and it's really difficult for people to actually do a professional course and then enter. Many of them just land in Mumbai in search of these professions, and they just try to go from door to door of production houses to somehow get into it and somehow go ahead. And professionally, only unfortunately I don't know why, but exactly. So the way I entered was there was an entrance exam, and then the faculty of the Whistling Woods International itself took an interview of mine, and then they decides who gets in and who's not. And like this only.
And
you.
what about the FTII Pune?
FTII Pune also has the same kind of pattern, and maybe they have some more practical, maybe I'm not pretty sure what happens there. So more or less, but this is the only thing that first general creativity test and aptitude test exams goes, and then they interview face to face that okay, what's your hobby? What are your hobbies? Photography is there, videography is there. People are on YouTube. Some students early, so that's how it goes, and that's how you
So
get.
what degree, what is the name of the degree that you get after completing your course?
Yeah, so my degree is BA in filmmaking. So BA slash BSc in filmmaking. So there are different specializations that you go in after your first year. So this is a 3-year course. So first year, every student attends the same class. So there are 120 of us. Every student attends the same class and has a basic idea of how, like the basics of filmmaking and how films evoke and deliver the emotions through that. तो वो एक बेसिक स्टडी होती है एंड आफ्टर दैट यू गेट टू चूज इन व्हाट लाइन पर्टिकुलर लाइन डू यू हैव टू गो सो देयर आर मेनी लाइन्स साउंड प्रोडक्शन कैमरा cinematography, music, acting, screenwriting, that you write the scripts of stories and films. And these lines are chosen by students. Editing, of course, editing. And all these lines are chosen in the second year. So first year, the base is created, and then the second year, students can go to these respective specializations. This is a 3-year course. So 2 years specialization, and the first year will be the base.
First year will be the base.
First year will be the
So
base.
after this, you will get a BA or BSc degree in filmmaking.
BA and BSc degree.
And then, is there any masters also in this?
No, there is no masters per se. Although FTII is particularly for masters only. So FTII is a very old institution. So usually people take their undergraduation from different colleges, and then if they want to pursue ki, okay, I want to go to film school, then they change their minds or something. So FTIA majorly provides post graduation degrees, but this is Whistling Woods is mainly undergraduation.
So the FTIA that it provides a postgraduate degree, as you are saying, so people can join there after doing, say, for example, a BSc in science or IIT or BTech or something like that. Also, one can join in as a postgraduate in FTIA.
So basically, the thing is that in filmmaking, there is not a prolonged courses that you should have to have bachelor's and postgrad to get all that information and knowledge. It has a limited knowledge, and then you go out and you experience and experiment things, and
more
then
of a practical.
yeah, it's more of a practical learning. So you don't have to have a bachelor's degree and all the degrees to learn in college. You go out and you do your thing. You do
So,
experiment
like,
and
as
all.
you are saying, it's more of a practical thing.
Yeah.
So then what edge these degrees give to you? Because in the past, past time, most of our film industry, as you can see, so when we see our film industry, we all know that the greats who were there, from the music composers to the editors to the directors whom we have seen over so many years of Indian cinema, Bollywood, as well as from the down south, from the Chennai, or you can say from Calcutta, from Tollywood. So I don't think any one of them must have done there or these professional degree courses. So now, say for example, all the great actors, have any one of them done these professional degree courses?
Yeah, I don't think so. So Nawazuddin Siddiqui has done that course from FTII. He's an FTIN. So many of them have done, but most of the actors, most of the directors, they just
Commercial actors that we see, for
Yeah.
example, Dharmendra or Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, no, they just came into the
industry
they
and
just
started.
very slowly came in. So that's what Whistling Woods and FDI try to do, that they give that boost to the younger generation, that you know these things from the start only, so that you don't have to struggle taking the first few struggling steps to get to that level. So you already know, and then you go directly in the front lines of film industry. So that's how the college basically helps in that as
So
well.
how many classes are there? I mean, there are theoretical classes also in your course, or there everything is practical only?
No, so there are theoretical and practical both. Basically, the first year has more theory to it because there is all ancient history, ancient film cinema history. There we have to learn that, we have to inculcate that how they did it and how we should that those some patent procedures that how film works and how film is made. So we have to learn that. So there's a theory in first year more, and then the second and third year there's more practical, so that we do that same thing and we add to that history and how we do it. So there's more practical stuff in second and third year. First year is basically theory. Yeah.
So, how many, like, after completing, as you said, there are 120 students there in one batch. So, after completing the course, uh, where do these students get employment? At the end of the course, do they start their own, or they get attached with some production houses?
Yeah.
What is the end result after completing the course?
So many of them, mostly most of them then go to different production houses and work there. So production houses has this whole team. So it's like a company. They have like camera people, sound producers, and they sometimes keep directors as well. So they all can have their have go in certain production houses and work there. So films keep on coming and the production keeps on going on. And screenwriting students have a little bit of different way of doing it. So they usually focus on their writing, and then they go and pitch their scripts, their stories to different production houses, and then the production house accepts, and this is the procedure that goes. So students have obviously worked in many films, and yeah, this is mainly they're associated with now the big production houses. And sometimes, of course, then the producers, the production students, sometimes they obviously start working at the production house, and then they go out and then they make their own production houses at the end. That's the end, obviously the end goal of them. So
So
that's
it
how
means
it
that, like, as in most of the other fields, also, once you have completed your formal degree courses, it's all about how much practical training you get later on, and how much experience you get. That counts. That counts more. So, coming to the Hollywood, if we talk about Hollywood, so does Hollywood also have these kind of schools there, like the U.S. film industry? Do the most of the people working in the US film industry come through these colleges, or they are also like the same in the Indian way, that they go there and they struggle their own path and make their mark?
So, the Hollywood and the Western cinema has a little bit of a. They are properly established. So, there is University of South California, where they have masters in filmmaking and bachelors both. So they give extensive proper study as well, and many colleges have those courses. And yeah, they are like a product of proper study, and then they go to Hollywood. So it's like that only. But still, here the ratio is more towards that people just come and just enter these things. And वहाँ पे ऐसा है कि वहाँ पे there's more like proper study goes on, and then there is New York Film Academy, there is USC, that University of South California, Masters of Filmmaking. There are other many courses that US offers basically, and Hollywood is like that only. So they then go to.
So when you say about this, so do you think that if India also has more number of filmmaking colleges, that will increase the quality of the cinema that Bollywood, Tollywood, or South side, the Chennai, they are producing? Will it increase the quality? Like, right now, I think we are the number one producers of films, of movies in the world, if you think about India. You know? So, do you think the establishing and more people coming through the organized, the colleges having degree, learning professional courses, so that will increase the quality? Though our quality has improved a lot, and it's very good now, and we are like world-class filmmaking industry now, and but to go a step further, what is your opinion on this?
Um, I would say there should be more colleges to help students, and because see, the thing is that in India, these kinds of fields are not regarded, respected a lot till you go to the very end of being at at the spotlight, at the peak of, tabhi jaake you get that level of respect in the society, in anywhere general. So if students and students like want their creativity, they have that energy, so but they don't get courses like these a lot, so that's why they are usually not able to let that out, though in the recent years many of them have gone many different ways. Even like my friends usually tell me ki everyone's going in these major main fields and you are, मतलब तुम एक बैच एक ऐसे एक बच्चे हो जो एकदम ही यू हैव गॉन डिफरेंटली. सो आई फील दैट कि मोर पीपल, मोर इंस्टीट्यूट्स विल बी देयर, सो मोर interest will be there in students to pursue these kinds of fields. So 100% it will. And the quality, I can't really say. Obviously the quality has been very good in the recent years, but yeah, it sure can improve, because the more learned students, the more learned filmmakers, obviously there are, very much there are, but if there is a proper course of filmmaking in most more colleges, so it can happen. It can much better. There is scope, of course there is, yeah.
It is something like, once I was reading somewhere that it's like, until unless you have a combination of both practical and theory to excel. So theory and the practical, if you can combine both, it's like as occurs in our medical field. A MBBS student reads books till that time he becomes a doctor, but he is only an academic kind of doctor, and then he gains practical training during residency years, and then he becomes a full-fledged doctor. If someone goes into a residency straight way and without learning the academics of it, so he will never be a full-fledged doctor. So the combination of academics and practical training, if happens together, that can be a better way of producing. So that's good. So in the end, Akshat, what will be your advice to the students, to these, I think this course you have gone after schools.
Yeah,
So after schools, after class 12th. So what will be your advice for those students who are still in class 11th and 12th, but they want to make their career in the film industry? So what will be your advice, that how should they approach? What should be their, path?
So I would say it is a difficult path, but you will require a lot of discipline, and in any course, of course. But never think that the scope is less in this field. It is ample, and yeah, I mean, I would say whatever you like. My college has a line, a motto. So it's everywhere printed there. So it's called "Do what you love."
Do what you love.
To do what you love. If you like this, if you want, like, if you have that drive inside you that mere ko ye kar, I want to do this. If you have that much of energy in you that I want to go to this field only,
It will happen.
then it will happen. So whichever way you want to go, you just have to have that passion, that drive, that ki do whatever goes down, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pursue this, I'm going to become this. So in any field, even in filmmaking, in anywhere.
So, like the students who are there in class 11th and 12th, if they want to go into this film making, so you recommend them that they should undergo a professional course from either of these institutes, and then take further practical training in the same line.
Sure.
So, as you very rightly said, that do what you love should be the motto of everyone. In fact, I must share with you that I remember when I was in Rajkot, Gujarat, working in as a cardiac surgeon there in Rajkot, Gujarat, in Satya Sai Heart Hospital. So there also in the hospital, this line was written that do what you love and love what you do.
Love what you do.
So it becomes a circle.
That's a bit
It becomes a circle
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
because until unless you will not do what you love, you will never enjoy your work.
Yeah.
And then if you are working, then love what you are doing, what you
Yeah.
are working. So it's a kind of a circle. So that's very true, because if we want to see good cinema, I am
Yeah.
sure that it involves a lot of passion and lot of hard work to make a good quality cinema. Even for that, 2-3 hours, the days that goes behind it, sometimes years and years goes
for sure.
behind those few hours of beautiful cinema. So that's good. So I think, Akshat, as you have very rightly said, that all those who are interested in joining the film line, if they go through a more professional, structured course through the courses being offered by these colleges, I'm sure they will be at a better platform when they will enter the practical field. So I hope that India will have more and more such colleges in the future. So we can also see more and more, though our Indian cinema is world class, I should say,
Yeah.
but then it can become a, who knows, universal
my
class, universe class. So we should look at so thank you, Akshat. Thanks for a lot. And I hope we will have a good Deepavali together.
Yeah, sure, of course. And yeah, yes.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.